playing.
Yes, pressure. So, can you explain why generally people feel the need to pressure the lips?
If people use too much pressure, it's because they're not directing the air efficiently, and or the buzz, particularly in the high register, is not working well enough for them. So one way to train yourself away from using too much pressure is I use a burp. I have one attached to two of my horns.
It's that little attachable shank where you can just...
A little plastic thing that goes on the side.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
And that's basically a buzzing tool. It helps you buzz. And what I do is I start off with a B flat and work the scales. I actually move the valves whilst I'm buzzing, so it gives me that idea of this valve combination feels like this when I want that note to be. Now, if you can free buzz or buzz up as high as you can go, then basically all you do is you put the mouthpiece on, and that'll make the note. So, and put the mouthpiece on will make a high C or whatever note you need. The thing is that to get to there, you need to practice a lot of free buzzing so that these muscles become quite strong. It's too easy to say use less pressure, but you need to have the tools to be able to do it first. So build up your free buzz, keep going up in stages, baby steps, and then when you can buzz fairly high, you'll find that you don't need that pressure. And when you feel you don't need that pressure in the high register, then you'll start to back off.
Yeah, and there's one thing, pressure, like Hugh does not overpressure too much. Even people who do not pressure much, they pressure too much. There's always like a way to improve that, and especially with younger players, we always get this problem where I'm pressuring too much, and what do I do? So usually, is there a quick solution? I don't think there's that many areas in brass playing where fingers is something I think could be a quick solution. That's pretty obvious one because you can visually see. You cannot see why there, because for me, usually the tendency, the reason why people feel the need to put that access pressure is because their lips aren't opening too wide. They're not shedding, so they can buzz. It means this is not.
It's not strong enough.
So it's not shed. Yeah, so that's why you feel the need to compensate to shed it with your mouthpiece. And obviously it cuts off the blow, and then cuts off the blood flow. And that's where you start getting, the lack of buzz.
But it does speed up the vibrations of the lips to a certain extent. So that's why pressing on the lips actually works to a certain extent. That's why people do it. If it didn't work at all, people wouldn't do it, but it works to a certain extent, and that's why people are tempted to do it. Now, there's, I'm Mr. Gadget with these things. I have a gadget for this, and this is a mouthpiece shank with a spring inside, and basically, if you press too much, the spring closes and the air escapes on the side. I nickname it the instrument of torture, but it's a very quick way to kill the problem.
Or at least identify it, I guess.
No, it really does help. If I have 3 students now, funnily enough, all 3 of them on trial for the London Symphony Orchestra, who had pressure problems that used this thing, and they cured it within weeks rather than years. Because you get used to being able to play up higher without that, and as soon as that closes a couple of times, you try and avoid it.
Remind yourself.
It's quite useful. What they're called, I don't know, but I think the last one I saw was at Warburton, the mouthpiece maker. He had one which was very effective. Mine was made by Melton or Meinl in Gerrit Street, Germany, and they're very useful.
Okay. So, do you want to roll another one?
This one short.